Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to the Grand Final of Robot Wars Armageddon Rebirth Series 2. We are finally here after 12 heats, 2 semi-finals and several robot casualties. We have 4 machines ready to fight out to see who is worthy of being RWA Rebirth Series 2 champions. But before we get to that section, let's see how they got this far and relive the road to Armageddon. So, Stinger won their heat by destroying poor Cerberus with their huge mace, smashing them around before then taking out the Silver Arrow in another fine style and fine show before then taking out Exterminator, sending them to the pit. Stinger were back with a vengeance. Meanwhile, number 9 seeds Killer 3 had no real problems disposing of Venom, didn't really get a chance to look twice, and then he took out Wheelie Big Cheese, flipping them out of the arena, well, with quite considerable ease to be honest, before then taking out 95 in the heat final by taking them to a side wall and throwing them out of the arena. Killer 3 looked good this time around. Can they win the title maybe? Panic Attack won their heat by lifting over Kapow. They couldn't quite get their way out of the pit after that. And then they took out Terrible with relative ease to be honest. Down the pit they went, before taking out Evolution also with ease. And a little help from Katrina. Down the pit went Evolution and Panic Attack made it through to the semi-finals. Meanwhile, Behemoth had absolutely no problems disposing of Spycar and Evolution in their heat, toppling them straight down the pit of oblivion. Then they had a tricky fight against Razor. It went to the judges, but Razor didn't quite score enough points and Behemoth got the judges' nod before going on and taking out number 6 seeds Dogmeat, flipping him up against the arena side wall. Dogmeat's self-riding mechanism failed to work, broke off, and then Dogmeat was suspect to the pit of oblivion. In the semi-finals, Stinger took out Chaos 2 with relative ease in its first round battle, smashing and bashing it into submission. Meanwhile, Killer 3, having lost to Toxic Snake, had to fight through the loser's melee and beat both Atlas and Chaos 2 before taking on Mighty Morg in the top 8 spot to get a place in the grand final. Just look at the power of the flipper there. Out went Mighty Morg. Meanwhile, Stinger took out Toxic Snake by knocking off one of its wheels. Toxic Snake was then squashed and dumped down the pit by malfunction, and Stinger were through to the grand final. Meanwhile, Panic Attack have no problems really getting rid of poor Shredder on its side, and up down the pit of oblivion they went. Meanwhile, Behemoth had to take on both Shredder and Up Downer in the loser's melee after losing to Rogue 2, which they won obviously. Meanwhile, Rogue 2, speaking of which, were flipped up and over by Panic Attack in a huge upset and dumped down the pit of oblivion by Nail, allowing Panic Attack to go through the grand final, where Behemoth also joined them after taking out number 4 seeds Icefire with relative ease, and they looked fantastic. So, those are our 4 machines through to the grand final. Let's take a closer look at them.
From Hamilton in Hertfordshire, Behemoth.
The only unseeded machine in this grand final. It's got that lifting scoop and that axe. It's got very good self-firing mechanism and it's very well armoured. Could they prove it to be a dark horse, I wonder?
From Lincoln and seeded number 3, Stinger.
The number 3 seed Stinger, this is their 3rd consecutive grand final. They're very powerful, they're very deadly, they're very heavy. These guys are my pick to win.
From Warwickshire and seeded number 9, Killer 3.
From the most successful team in Robot Wars Armageddon history, it's the double flipper of Killer 3, the number 9 seed. However, they had a little bit of luck in the semi-finals. Will they show some weaknesses here?
From Cumbra and seeded number 10, Panic Attack.
And the number 10 seeds Panic Attack, they haven't even had really much of a struggle. They took out Rogue, the number 2 seeds in the semi-finals. Can they do it this year? Only time will tell. So this is how the grand final layout will work. Later on we'll see Panic Attack number 10 seeds versus the unseeded Behemoth. But first, Stinger, the number 3 seeds, against Killer 3, seeded number 9. Let's get to the arena.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
I personally think that Stinger is probably the worst opponent that Killer 3 could go up against. It's just 2 sets of wheels, it's very difficult to flip around, and Stinger are deadly, and Killer 3 are made of Lego, and Stinger is capable of smashing Lego to pieces, as you just saw there, smashing them around, and again, Killer 3 have got that big flipper though. Can they get Stinger out the arena? That's the only hope they really have. Oh goodness me, what a shot there by Stinger. And again by Stinger now. And again, oh no, for a minute there, I thought Killer 3 was going straight down the pit. I honestly did. They're in the CP though with Nail. And now Stinger causing all sorts of damage to Killer 3 in the CP. Oh, in the CPZ. And they nearly went down the pit there. Coming in now and trying to do more damage to Killer 3, who are trying desperately to self-right. In comes Stinger with that mace. Killer 3 have now been righted. Killer 3 trying to flip Stinger out of the arena. Oh, and Stinger goes down the pit again. Oh no! And once again, that lack of control on Stinger's part has let it down. The number 3 seeds, they're going to the playoff. Killer 3 go to the grand final, where they will face either Behemoth or Panic Attack.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
So, the number 10 seeds versus the unseeded boys here, and Behemoth taking on Panic Attack and balancing them against the arena side. Whoa, that was good tactics actually there by Behemoth. Great strategy as well. The judges will have taken note of that. Panic Attack trying to get those lifting forks underneath the side of Behemoth. Oh, and now using them to try and snag a hold of those self-righting arms. Didn't quite work though. Panic Attack now flipped up and over by Behemoth, but self-righting very quickly. Coming in on another side assault now, and rolling Behemoth up and over. Sorry, getting tongue-tied here. Behemoth self-righting with ease though. Now being lifted and pushed across the arena floor. Panic Attack, but now Panic Attack trying to fight back. Good fight this one here between two Robot Wars veterans. Not just RWA veterans, but actual Robot Wars veterans as well. Up and over go Behemoth once again on their side, but they self-right now. Yep, there we go. The orange paint job obviously done them a good favour this time around. Interesting story about that. The reason why it's painted orange, not yellow. Anthony Pritchard bought the wrong paint. Well, obviously, so we've got give them some good luck so far. They've got Panic Attack wherever they want them there. Panic Attack stuck against the arena sidewall. Now, can they get away from there? I wonder. Behemoth's going to lead them, or are they trying to save them? I'm not too sure. Out comes Brick to attack Panic Attack. I think Panic Attack have been immobilised for too long. Oh, what a shame that is. Now they self-right. They have righted. But is it too late? I think it is, because Katrina coming in. Panic Attack now coming in on Katrina, trying to attack them for attacking their mocking neighbours. He's always up for a laugh, and he's always up for attacking our house robots. And down the pit goes Katrina. Brick is not happy about it. Behemoth now coming in. I think, oh no, wait, they're going after Panic Attack some more. Katrina are done for here, I think. Yep, Behemoth no better than take on the house robots. And now Panic Attack trying to flip Brick into the pit of oblivion. Behemoth have won this one, I'm almost certain of it, and they're now upending Panic Attack again. And if you ever needed any evidence really to say that, that's it there. Brick coming in now. So yes, I think it's definitely safe to say now that Panic Attack were definitely out. And they're on the drop zone, and they're about to be turned into a squashed banana. Goodness me, down it comes. And well done to Behemoth. They had a very good performance there once again, and they're through to the grand final battle. Wonders whether or not they can actually win it, to be honest, at this rate. They look good. Unfortunately for Panic Attack, the number 10 seeds, they are out and are in the playoff battle against Stinger, the number 3 seeds. Who will win this battle? Only time will tell. Both machines are very good. Let's get to the arena.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
I'm going to try and keep my mouth shut from now on when it comes to deciding who should win battles and who my favourites to win, because to be honest, it just goes to show anything can happen really. I pegged Stinger down to win this series this time around, and instead they lost yet again. Now, can Panic Attack use those lifting forks to guide them towards the pit? Remember, Stinger has not got very good control. It loses quite a lot by driving down the pit of oblivion. It is their one weakness, I'd say, is their control. But they have got that mighty mace. But for me, Panic Attack might just be controlling this battle the most at the moment. Strategy, control, damage and aggression is what the judges judge on. I'm not too sure how they can really, judge Stinger on control, to be honest. He's a bit of a lunatic. But damage they definitely can, and aggression. Don't forget about that. Meanwhile, Panic Attack's more of a control and strategy machine. And because no category carries more weight than the other in RWA, remember, it's all even points there. So it's good to be a control machine, it's good to be evasive, but it's also good to get those hits in as well. Both benefit you. In the CPZ they are. Stinger now with malfunction. Panic Attack pushes Stinger back. For me, Panic Attack might just be on top. This one to go to the judges. Not too sure. Good shot there though by Stinger now on Panic Attack, trying to get those damage points back in, but Panic Attack not letting Stinger go here. They really do want to cause that, try and get them where they want them to get them. Good control, good pushing there once again by Panic Attack into Karma, seems like now, and in the jaws of Karma goes Stinger. Now, are Stinger done for here, I wonder? Are they in trouble? Their axe is just the right size. Panic Attack now attacking Karma. Now, will they rue that decision, I wonder? Yes, they will, because Stinger now attacking them. And I'm wondering if that... Oh, what a shot there again. And I wonder if that act of kindness has let them down, because Stinger now is coming in and wailing on Panic Attack. The Panic Attack were far on top, if you ask me. They had all the attacks in, they were getting all the good moves in. But Stinger have since being plucked up by Karma, have basically woken up and are now smacking them around the arena. Karma, to me, I think they realised they were in trouble and they had to really wake up, and they have done now, and they're now battering Panic Attack around the war zone for the latter half of this battle, definitely, and are really catching up with those damage points now. And is Panic Attack okay? They seem to be stopping and going. Stinger, meanwhile, getting stronger and stronger. Panic Attack there. You saw them driving to the sidewall. They don't usually have control issues like that. So something must be wrong. They're failing to get those forks in. Another huge slam there by Stinger. And Stinger, for me, now, are making it even Steven, but Panic Attack now coming up for another attack on Stinger. Now, will that little foray do anything? I'm not too sure. Because Stinger smashing Panic Attack around even more now. And now flipping him up and over with their mace. But Panic Attack self-righting. But they get sent flying again. Panic Attack trying to get a hold of the wheels once again. And we're going into the final 10 seconds here. It's going to go to the judges. And I'm just wondering, did Panic Attack do enough at the beginning of this fight? Or has Stinger slowly come back and gained victory? One final shot there by Stinger as Cease is called, and it goes to the judges. What a great battle that was for 3rd and 4th place. Who's going to get it? It's Stinger! Oh, well done to Stinger. Bad luck to Panic Attack. Stinger, they just came back towards the end. And now it's time to see our grand final. Killer 3, the number 9 seeds, versus Behemoth. Let's get to the arena.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
I'll tell you who want this badly. Killer 3. They've never won a televised series of Robot Wars Armageddon, despite being our most successful machine. They've won countless trophies. They've won Annihilators, World Championships. They've won 17 Grand Championships in RWA history, but they've yet to win a televised series of RWA. Can they do it this time? Behemoth flipping them up and over there. That's one flip apiece. Behemoth looking to win their first championship here. They were the underdogs going in this one, the only unseeded machine. They're going in there now strong, though, against Killer 3. I think they're a little bit lower at the front, but Killer 3 flipping them up and over once again. Behemoth self-riding and nearly out the arena, but okay. Landing back inside the arena once again. Behemoth now coming in on the solid onslaught on Killer 3. Can Killer 3 self-right? Yes, they can. Great battle here between these two giants, these two huge, powerful robots. The lifting scoop versus the full-pressure double flipper. I'm not too sure who's on top at the moment. Remember, the judges will be deciding on strategy, control, damage, and aggression if it goes to the judges. And it could very well go to the judges here. This is a fantastic battle here, worthy of a grand final as it is. Behemoth being pushed backwards now. Sorry, pushing Killer 3 backwards, sorry. Evasive maneuver by Killer 3, but they flip themselves on the side. That's bad control. Behemoth taking advantage, good tactics, and now slamming them into the corner there. Can they get back there, Killer 3? Yes, they can. They just get back, trying to get a flip into the side, but they keep missing. I'm wondering if Behemoth's sides are a little bit too low for them there. I'm not too sure. They need the extra momentum of the sideboard to get underneath them, that's for sure. Brick trying to get involved as well. They went into the CPZ. This is a terrific fight so far. Flipping fantastic stuff. Both machines getting good offense into one another. I just think maybe Behemoth's got the more control, the more evasive driving. They keep managing to outmaneuver that flipper of Killer 3. And they have yet to throw themselves up and over, and Killer 3 are in trouble here. They're in the CPZ with malfunction on their side. Can they get back from there? Is this where the run ends? Is this where the run ends? Are we going to see Behemoth the new champions? No, we're not. Killer 3 back on their wheels. But did they self-right? Well, they helped. Oh! And that's what they say. Thanks for helping us, but we're going to flip you. And now flipping Behemoth up and over. And then out the arena again go Behemoth. This is a terrific fight. One of the best grand finals we've ever had in Robot Wars history. Robot Wars Armageddon history, sorry. Even back in the original days, before Rebirth started. Let's think of all the great championship finals we had there. Top Secret versus Kilohertz, for example. A couple of untelevised legends as well. Killer 3 versus Up Downer in Series 10. Sorry, Killer 2 versus Up Downer in Series 10. And Behemoth now trapped in the CPZ with Brick, but getting away. Flipping Killer 3 up on the other side once more. This is a terrific fight. Goodness me, I'm struggling to keep my breath. Oh, and Killer 3 very nearly down the pit of oblivion there. And now on their side again. Can they get back from there? They spent quite a lot of this fight on their side. And I'm just wondering whether that will sway the judges. Behemoth, they came in this as the underdogs. And I tell you what, they've done themselves proud. Even if they lose this, I don't think they can go home upset and we're into the final 10 seconds. There we go, 6 seconds left. And Killer 3 upside down. Will either of these two machines do something spectacular in enough time? No, they won't. She's called. And it goes to the judges. What a fantastic grand final that was. Oh, man. Struggling to keep my breath after that one. Oh, what a battle that was indeed. Look at that. Both robots resting fairly so. But there can only be one winner. Who have the judges picked? Will it be Killer 3? Will it be Behemoth? Unseeded machine versus seeded machine. Legend versus Robot Legend. Oh, it's Behemoth! What an upset! Behemoth have defied the odds! The unseeded Behemoth have defied the odds and have come up and beaten the number 9 seeds, Killer 3, to win their first RWA Championship and win the second series of RWA Rebirth. Well done to them. Commiserations to Killer 3. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this series. Keep an eye out for the awards. They'll be coming soon. I've been Anderson9132, and I'll see you next time.